Alright, had a little sound problem there. Alright, well, welcome back to another game of Daily Sudoku. We have got a medium puzzle, and what I have found with the medium puzzles is somewhere there's going to be a cell that's going to take a vertical and a horizontal and the cube to solve it. So you look for the numbers that are kind of rogue numbers. And so like I see, I got a 1, 2, 3, and a 9 this way. See that? Now if I go here, I've got a 4 and an 8 this way. For some reason, computers, when they do medium puzzles, they're going to have something that does that. Now, I do have a couple patterns here where there's a line. See this 8 and 4? So it's going to give me a 4 over here. And same thing with this line and this line. I have a 1 and a 5. So they come through here. So these have to be a 1 and a 5. Well, I've already got my 1 here. So there's a 1 and there is a 5. So these line patterns are really good. And I'm missing a 2, 3, and a 4, which, look at this, is kind of funny, 2, 3, and a 4. So I'm going to have a 2, 3, and a 4 here. They go vertically. So I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And if I go here, I got a 6 and an 8. So there's going to be a pattern there. We'll find it. So let's start looking for pairs. So like for instance, here's a pair of 6s, 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and we have a 6 on the right, so the 6 has to be here in the center. Let's see what else here. We have a pair of 1s and a pair of 9s. Well, the 1s are going to be the most helpful first because top and bottom, and then we have a 1 down the right side, so here's a 1. And then we have a 9 through the bottom, 9 through the top, and the only place left now for the 9 is that one. Now the 1 comes down on the left, the 1 comes down on the right. Only one spot left for the 1. That is handy dandy. Alright, we're looking for pairs. We got 4s, we got 5s. I'm looking for one that'll give me a solution. 5s, 1s, 6s, 7s, 4s. Those are all handy. 2s. Okay, I have a pair of 6s here through the center column and right column. So the only spot left for a 6 is here. I see a 5 comes across the top, so the only spot for a 5 in this cube is right here. So the two numbers that we're missing looks like a 7 and a 4. Now I do have a helpful 4 here. So there's our 7, there is our 4. So that's great. Now we have numbers here, and that will tell me the numbers here. So we've got a 1, so I need a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 9. So a 2, 3, and a 9 go here. So that means a 5 and a 4 go out here. So like I got a 4 in the center, 4 on the right. So here's my 4. The only spot left for a 5 is there. That's kind of this 1 and 5 pattern is this 4 and 5 pattern. Okay, so we got two numbers missing here in this column. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5 and a 9, and we do have a helpful 5 there. So 5 and a 9. Let's see what we've got now. We have a 9 across the top, 9 through the center, and 9 down the right. Only one spot left for the 9. That is helpful. Okay, so and we do know what these three numbers are. We're missing a 2 and a 7 and an 8. Now, because there's a 2 and a 8 right here, see that crisscross here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 7, 8, 9. So this is the only spot that a 7 can go, even though this 7 doesn't eliminate all the spots. Okay, so that's that crisscross pattern. So now we're missing two numbers here. It looks like a 3 and a 4. Now we do have a helpful 4 up here, so there's our 3. There's our 4. And then the other two numbers we were missing was a 2 and a 3, and there is a 3 there, so there's our 3. There is our 2. Okay, and then the two numbers that we have left here are an 8 and a 2. And we've got our 2 already. So there's our 2, and there is our 8. Okay, so now we've got two numbers missing here. It looks like a 7 and an 8. 7 and an 8. All right, let me mark those in there because I don't have that solution just yet. In the center one here, we need a 1 and a 4 and a 5. And we got a 1, 4, and a 5, but they're all split. So we have a 4 and a 5, we have a 1 and a 4, and we have a 1 and not a 4, a 5. There we go. So that cube is all written out. Very good. All right, so let's see what else we have got. We've got lots of pairs now. Let's see, we've got some 2s and some 2s. So we've got some 2s here. Well, these 9, 5, and 1 are all done. So not really paired up there very good to be helpful. 4s are done. 1s are almost done. What are we missing here? A 3. Okay, so we're missing a 3 in this row, but it can't be there and it can't be there. So the only spot left for the 3 is here. And now we're missing, looks like a 6 and an 8. Do we have anything to help us? Not yet. Okay, so we'll just throw those in there. 6 and an 8, and a 6 and an 8. Okay, so we've got 3 numbers missing here. Let's see what we've got. We've got a 1, a 2, a 3. We need a 4. Can't be here. So we could have a 4 here or here. We've got a 5. We've got a 6. We need a 7. Well, the 7 can't go here, so we have 2 spots for the 7. And then we need an 8. Well, the 8 cannot go here. See, the 7 and 8 are both, so they can't go here. So the only number that can go there is our 4. So now we can take this 4 out. And we know the last 2 numbers are a 7 and an 8, and a 7 and an 8. Okay, that is handy dandy. Now we do have, let's see what we've got here. All right, so this 8 comes through, so we know 8 has to be one of these 2. So we have an 8 in the left. We have this what I call a ghost row through the middle. And then we have an 8 on the bottom. So the only place for an 8 in this cube is there. And then that looks like, I was going to say it finishes our 8s, but we've still got a lot of 8s marked, just not solved just yet. Okay, so we have 2 numbers missing here. What do we got? A 2 and a 7. And we don't have any help on that, so let's write those in. 2 and a 7. 2 and a 7. Okay, all right. What else do we have? Let's mark these ones out here. We know we're missing a 2, and that can go anywhere. 2, 2, 2. We know we're missing a 3, 3, 3, 3. And we're missing a 9. Well, I guess that really didn't help us out very much, did it? That's okay. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to look in this column for just a moment because I notice this 1 can't be here. Could be here. Can't be here, but it could be there. So I only have got 2 spots for the 1. 2. All right. Let's see now. I could have a 4, but not up here. But it could be here or here. Now I'm looking at my 3. Now it looks like a 3 could be any one of these ones. So a 3, a 3, a 3. Okay, and then we've got the 4 identified, 5, 6. Now we need a 7. So a 7 cannot go here. Could a 7 go here? Yes, it could go there. But it can't go there, but it could go there. So just by marking those out, remember I was doing that crisscross thing? Look at that. Only one number can actually exist right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So on the medium puzzles, when I'm doing my pencil marks, sometimes it's just to eliminate what number can be there because I just can't see it. So now that I can see it, I can go ahead and clean up my pencil marks, get rid of all those 3s there. All right, now we have a 3 down the middle, 3 through the right, 3 through the bottom. The only place the 3 can go now is right here. Okay, that is helpful. All right, we've got a 3 through the center, 3 through the right, 3 through the top, so we only have a possibility of a 3 going in one of these 2 spots. Okay, that is good. Can't have a 5 here, and we can't have a 5 here, so that means one of our top 2 spots is going to be our 5. Okay, okay, okay. All right, I'm looking in this row right here. See, this 4 says these two cannot be a 4, and this one says this one cannot be a 4. So if we do this crisscross count again, we will see that this is the only spot that can be a 4. Well, no, that crisscross, because there's a 7 that can go somewhere. But by elimination, see this 4 and this 4 says this is the only spot left to be a 4, which means this is now the only spot left to be a 4. This is the only one left to be a 5. This is the only one left to be a 1. Makes this one a 7. Okay, so we're doing a lot of cleanup with that little catch of that 4. Let's see what else we have going on there. I just put a lot of numbers in there. I want to double check because I get myself all caught up with my pencil marks. Now I saw this 1 in the left, 1 in the bottom. We now only have one spot. Now it looks like all of our 1s are done. Okay, so we need a 6 and an 8, and I can't have an 8 here, and I can't have an 8 here. So this is the only spot in this column. Nope, nope. Oh, look at that one. I almost missed it. Almost missed it. About got myself in trouble. Ooh, gotta slow down. Gotta slow down. Okay, let's take a look at this a little bit. Got my 6 and my 8. I've got a 2 and a 7. Well, 7 can't be here, but a 7 could be here. 2 cannot go here, so I know my 2 is here. And then what's the other number I'm missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm missing a 6, and a 6 cannot go in this right column, but it could go in either one of these. There we go. So now we have these two being a 6, because it can't be there. Okay, so that means over here, top or bottom, okay, all right. Because I have a 7 and an 8, that means they're locked. They cannot be anything else. So that tells me I can actually find out what these numbers are, which will tell me what this number is. Okay, so if I count in here, I got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So I need a 5, and it's got to be in the top, because I can't have it here across the bottom. 5, and I've got my 6 identified, 7 and an 8, and then I need a 9. Well, a 9 can't go here, and a 9 can't go here, so the 9 has to be one of these 3. So that tells me the number that I'm missing here is a 2. So this 2 comes up, and it says that is my 2. Now, that tells me that this one, see these 2 are locked, 2 or 7. So now that one has to be a 7. That one has to be a 2. Now these 3 were all locked up. So now that this is a 2, that means this one has to be a 6. And this one has to be our 7. Now that that's our 7, this becomes our 8. This becomes our 6. Now that this is an 8, this one becomes a 7. This one becomes an 8. We have our 7 here and a 6 here, so that makes this one an 8. Okay, we've got our 8 now, so that makes this one a 7. So we're just cascading the numbers down, but we have to do it very carefully. I get myself in so much trouble because I don't keep my pencil marks up. So like here's a 2, I need to get rid of this 2 over here. My pencil mark, going to get me in trouble. So I'm looking at this row, I need a 6. Well, I can't have a 6 here. Could have one here, but I can't have a 6 here. So this is the only spot in this row to have a 6. Now I need a 3 and a 9. Well, can't have a 9 here, so that makes this one a 3, makes this one our 9. So I'm going to clean up my pencil marks. If this is not a 9, then it has to be a 2. This one, if it's not a 2 or a 9, has to be a 3. Alright, so now we're getting those cleaned up. Let's see what else we have here. So I can get rid of that 6. Cleaning up my pencil marks, 5 and a 9. Let me clean up my pencil mark. We don't need that 3 anymore. So what do we have here? A 5 and a 2 is what's missing in this column. So we have a 2 that's helpful here, so that's going to make that one our 5, make that one our 2. Now that we have this as a 5, now we can solve these two. Now the 2 numbers we're missing here, if we go vertically, are the same to 1 numbers where if we go horizontally. So let's see, we're missing a 9 right here. And then this one here, we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there you have it, folks. Medium puzzle. Pencil marks are really good to use. Learn how to use those and take good care as a medium puzzle. Keep an eye on those double eliminations and those ghost rows. And don't get overwhelmed by it. If you feel like you're stuck, look at it in different ways. Start with your numbers. Start with your cubes. Start with your horizontals. Look for patterns in pair patterns. And I hope you guys had some fun. Please stop the videos at the beginning. Feel free to print them off and play with, and have some fun with me. Please leave comments, suggestions, challenges. I welcome them all. And thanks for watching, folks. We'll catch you next time. Bye.